Hi everyone, in this video you're going to learn how you can use a gradient formula. So let's have a look. The gradient of the line 3 point x1, y1 and x2, y2 equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. To explain how you can use this formula, I'm going to show you two examples. The first example. Use the gradient formula to find the gradients of the lines joining the following pair of points. So the 2 points are E minus 1.0 and F 1.5. Please remember, we just pick one of the points. So I chose to do the first one, point E. Minus 1, so the first coordinate is always the x coordinate. So I call this coordinate x1. The second one is always a y coordinate, so I call it y1. For our second point, so point F, we say that the x coordinate is x2, and we name the y coordinate y2. So please remember that our gradient formula, so gradient equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. It is extremely important that you know this formula by heart, so you will not get this in one of the exercises. You need to know this. So if you're going to fill everything in, you get 5 minus 0 divided by 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is the same as 2, so we get 5 divided by 2 is the same as 2.5. So therefore we know that the gradient is equal to 2.5. Let's have a look at example 2. Calculate the gradient, and then you get a picture. As you can see, we still have 2 points. We have point C and we have point D. So we call point C the minus 1, we call it x1 and we call it y1. For D, we call it x2 and y2. The gradient formula was y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So you're going to fill in the points that were given into our formula. So what we get is minus 2 minus 3 and then 5 minus, because the minus already there, minus 1 because of the minus 1 over here. So what we get is minus 5 divided by plus 6 is minus 5 over 6. And now I hear you thinking, alright, so how do I know what the first point is and what the second point is? It doesn't really matter, because I can also say, let's say that this is our x1 and this is our y1. What we then get is y2, which is now the 3, minus our y1, minus 2, divided by our x2, minus 1, minus x1, which is, in this case, minus 5. What you then get is 5 divided by minus 6. And that equals minus 5 over 6. So as you can see, it's exactly the same. So therefore it doesn't really matter which points you call y2 or y1 and which you call x2 and x1, as long as you make sure that this is x1, y1 or x2, y2. It must be the same. Alright, so if you've got any questions, then please ask them now.